Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to focus a wee bit on the I'm not good enough wound. This is something that I know personally extremely well. That's been with me really probably since before I was born, actually, because often these patterns are formed in the womb. But I can tell you from the work that I do, the I'm not good enough wound is so common, and it sits at the core of so many of our issues as adults. When we've got a distorted belief that I'm not good enough, we tend to overcompensate in all sorts of ways. We might overcompensate by people pleasing, we might overcompensate by tolerating a whole lot of toxicity that we really definitely should not be tolerating. We might overcompensate by people pleasing, not having boundaries that protect and honor us. We might overcompensate by being promiscuous. The list goes on and on and on. A lot of people overcompensate for a not good enough wound by having to really put a lot of work into their appearance. You know, they'll put a lot of value into the way that they look or their body. But the point is that the I'm not good enough wound just drives so many passions within us. And this plays out in every area of our life. There's not really any area that is untouched by this. So if this resonates with you, feel free to stay with me and we will go through a wee bit of a process. Now, the I'm not good enough wound, it is a very deep wound, and usually it has a lot of aspects to it. So that means that sometimes we may need to go a little bit deeper than what I'm able to do in this particular group session, because that's effectively what this is. When we're in a private session, we can absolutely tailor the process for your specific needs, which of course is going to make it that much more powerful. So what we'll do though today is, why don't we start chipping away at this? So what I'd like you to do is, I want you to take a moment to dive into your memory a wee bit, and I want you to think about a particular time when you felt not good enough. What we're looking for is a particular charge, an emotional charge. So it might be, in relationships you've not felt good enough, or it might be the driver for why you go to the gym every 5 minutes, or why you take so much care over your appearance. Just, I want you to think back to a particular time where you felt a real emotional charge around not being good enough. It could even be in the workplace or in relationships. But I'll give you a moment to do that now. And it can be as recent as today. It doesn't need to be years ago in your childhood, although the origins of the wound will most certainly be in the childhood, if not earlier. Cool. So once you've got that situation or that scenario, I want you to take a moment to actually dive into that. I want you to put yourself back to that time, to that conversation, or to that event, and I want you to remember exactly what happened, where were you, how did you feel, what was actually happening. And what we're trying to do is, we want to just create a wee bit of a trigger within your body. Good. Cool. So now that you've got this trigger, I want you to notice, whereabouts in your body does this trigger actually sit? Cool. And there might be more than one place. I want you to hone in on the part of your body where it's most intense, and it's most likely going to be the place that you noticed it first. Cool. Because this part of your body is where the actual emotional trauma is trapped, okay? So I want you to hone in on that particular part of your body, and I want you to notice, what are the physical sensations. So, like, for example, it might be tightness, it might be like a feeling like you've got heaviness, or if it's across the chest, you might feel like you can't breathe. Just notice, what are the physical sensations in that area? Cool. Excellent. Now I want you to dive a little bit deeper, and I want you to notice, what are the emotions or feelings sitting in there? So are there feelings of might be fear or panic or rejection? So I'll give you a moment just to connect in with those emotions or feelings that are sitting inside that part of your body. Good. And I want you to dive below those feelings now and just see if there's any more sitting in there. Cool. Now, once you've got those, we're going to go in a wee bit deeper now. So just dive into those feelings or emotions. And I want you to notice, is there another version of yourself sitting in that part of your body? So it's most likely going to be a child version, or it might even be a baby, or you might have lots of versions of yourself there. But just connect in with them now. Cool. Excellent. Now, if you can't quite connect with them, I want you to imagine that you can, because they are definitely in there. So just imagine that you can connect with that part of yourself. And I want you to notice, how old are they? And if there's more than one, I'd like you to connect with the one that stands out to you the most, the one you've got that strongest connection with, or the youngest one. Cool. Okay, and I want you to notice, what is the scene? What's the scene? Are they at school, or are they at home? Are they at a friend's place? Where are they? Cool. Okay. So before we go to them, what I want you to do is I want you to just connect in with them. How are they feeling right now? What feelings have they got going on? They're going to be really similar to the feelings that you had before. Great. Okay, good. They might have some thoughts happening too, so just hold on to those thoughts as well, because we will be using those in a moment. Right. So what I'd like you to do is, I want you to go to this other version of yourself, and I want you to connect in with them. It might be that you, depending what kind of age they are, it might be appropriate that you pick them up and you hold them, or it might be appropriate that you sit down and hold their hand, or put your arm around them, or sit opposite them. Whatever feels right to you, because we want to create that real connection and that trust. Cool. Okay. Now I want you to say to them something along the lines of, I'm here now and I see you. I'm here to keep you safe. And I want you to know that I love you. Good. Good. Okay. Now I want you to say to them, just recalling back to what you picked up before about how they were feeling. So for example, if they were feeling rejected, or if they were feeling sad, you might say to them, I know that you're feeling really rejected, or you're feeling really sad, but I want you to know that I'm here now, and I'm never, ever, ever going to reject you. And I'm going to do everything I can to actually help you be happy again. So depends what they've actually said to you to what you say back to them, but you want to give them that reassurance that they don't need to feel like that anymore. Cool. Excellent. Well done. So now I want you to actually connect in with them and ask them, just say to them, I know that you've got stuff that you want to say. I want you to say that to me now. What is it that you want to tell me? And they might actually say in words, or they might show you, or you might get a sense through the way that you feel. But depending what they say, what we need to do now is we need to make sure that it feels like a real resonance for them too. So I'm going to give you some examples of stuff to say, but just adapt what I say so that it resonates with you and aligns with what they have said. So, for example, if they've said, I feel really alone, I feel like nobody likes me, I feel like there's something wrong with me, just say to them, I know that you're feeling really alone and and you feel like no one likes you and that there's something wrong with you. But I want you to know that I am never going to leave you alone again. And I just adore you. I absolutely love you. And I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with you at all. What is happening now is not your fault. Okay, so just something along those lines. Oh, excellent. So let's ask them, is there anything else that they'd like to share with you? Oh, excellent. So depending what they say, we'll do exactly the same thing again. So just take what they've said and just give them the reassurance that they need. If they're feeling like there's something wrong with them, you let them know there's nothing at all wrong with them. They're exactly perfect the way that they are. Cool. Excellent, well done. If you need more time, just pause the audio and come back to us when you're ready. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to notice, or ask them, what beliefs have they formed about themselves because of this? Okay, so let's take the first belief. And depending again what that belief actually is, and it might be something along the lines of, I'm not good enough. So you would say back to them something along the lines of, I know that you have a belief that you're not good enough, but I want you to know that that is not true. You are more than enough, and you always have been, and you always will be. It might be that they feel like they don't fit in, they're not the same as everybody else. So you might say to them something along the lines of, I know that you feel like that you don't fit in and you're not the same as everybody else, but I want you to know that your strength and your beauty is actually in your your perfectness, the way that you are. You're not supposed to fit in. You never were, and that is one of your strengths. Good. So I want you to check, see if there are any other beliefs. And if there are, just do exactly what we've done now. Just repeat that belief back to them and let them know that it's not true, or give them the reassurance that they need, that they don't need to believe that anymore. Good. Well done. So now we want to look at what patterns of behaviour have they formed. They're going to have formed probably quite a few patterns of behaviour around these beliefs. Some of them might be that they have to be on high alert, watching for what other people expect of them, and then they have to be that. If that's the case, you let them know, I know that you are always on high alert, looking out to see what other people expect of you so that you can become that. I want you to know that I am going to love you no matter what you do or what you don't do. You don't need to live up to other people's expectations anymore. Or it might be that they have to people please, or they have to put up with really toxic or disrespectful behaviour, because after all, they aren't good enough. So let them know that that is actually not true, that they are enough and they don't need to put up with X, Y, Z anymore. Good. And let's just do one more on the patterns. If there's another pattern sitting there, again, just check in, what is it? And let them know that it's time for them to let go of that pattern, whatever it is. Cool. Excellent. Well done. So what we're going to do now is let's bring in some healing energy. Let's start with the violet light. I always love to use the violet because it's such a powerful transmuting energy. So let's bring in that beautiful violet light. Just bring that down to the top of the heads, around their entire body, all the way around their legs and all the way down to their feet. And just know that this beautiful violet light is just completely cleansing, clearing and alchemizing any negative energy, so the whole lot is gone. Good. Great. Excellent. Okay, so let's bring in the diamond white light, shall we? Let's bring in the beautiful stream of diamond white light from the top of the head, all the way down around their face, their shoulders, their arms, all the way down their little bodies, all the way down their legs and out through their feet. Beautiful stream of diamond white light, cleansing, clearing and upgrading. Oh, you might see those sparkles all around you. Great. Excellent. Okay, so let's bring in now, I really love to use the soft pink and the gold together. The soft pink is, of course, the unconditional love, and that's what this little one didn't get enough of. And we'll also bring in the gold with it. The gold really enhances whatever energy we're using. So let's bring in that beautiful soft pink and gold for the top of their little heads, around the shoulders, down their arms. And I want you to notice that beautiful soft pink and gold really infusing their entire being. It's actually infusing their body as well as the energy field around them. It's just loving. Good, great. All the way down through their little body. And just notice the area where you felt the emotional charge originally. I want you to put lots of that beautiful soft pink and gold into that particular part of your body. Just come all the way down through your body, through your legs, and out through your feet. So now they are completely wrapped up in that beautiful soft pink and gold. Good. Great. Excellent. So now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you have got a beautiful crystal wand in front of you and it has golden drops inside of it. Now these golden drops are actually drops of divinity. And I want you to take this little wand and I want you to place a drop exactly in the area that you felt the emotional charge originally. So just pop a wee bit of that golden drop and just notice that gold completely infusing that part of your body. And you can do that either on you or on the little one. That's totally fine. Good. And I want one drop to go inside into their heart chakra as well, into your heart chakra or theirs. And just notice that drop being dropped in the center and then your whole chakra being infused with gold. Good. Excellent. And I want you to notice, how are they feeling now? Good. So they should be feeling a lot better than they were before. Cool. And you'll probably notice they'll probably start feeling quite sleepy as well. Okay, so they're feeling quite sleepy. So what we're going to do now is let's just shrink them down, still keep them wrapped up in that beautiful rose gold, and just shrink them down to about the size of your palm. And I want you to pop them into your heart and just let them know that from today onwards, you're going to always give them the love and the emotional nourishment and the acceptance that they deserve, and that they are worthy and that they are enough, that they are more than enough. They always have been and they always will be. And just let them know that it is time for them to rest. Good. Usually we would see them fall straight to sleep. Okay, so this is pretty normal if that's what has happened. Okay, so you might want to check in on your little one over the next few days. All you need to do is just connect them with that part of your body. Just see them in that beautiful soft pink and gold sphere, and just notice them completely wrapped up and feeling loved and feeling enough. Cool. So I want you to come back to this time and place now. Just wriggle your fingers and your toes, and we'll just make sure you're back inside your body, all the way back in, all the way down to your feet. And on the count of 3, just open your eyes, feeling refreshed, energized, and awake. 1, feeling refreshed. 2, feeling energized, and 3, feeling awake. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that wee process. Now that, as I said, the I'm not good enough wound is a big one. There's often a few aspects to it. This will have definitely taken the edge off it. In private sessions, we of course can dive much deeper and tailor it specifically for your specific circumstances, but nonetheless you should be feeling quite a bit of relief and quite a lot more peace around this wound. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you so much. Much love.